much amazing. Yeah. Mind your manners. You hear me? And all the people should be raising their glasses. Flow crazy, celebrating the madness. I never thought I would deliver no classics. Then I hooked up with them and they delivered more classics. I be keeping it true. Hotel good, long as I can peep from the view. Like, damn, how high are we? You gotta gamble in this life, Charles Bar. I'm overprotected, do the dopest of method. Now my vocal perfected, this is audio breakfast, yes. So tell a hater here's a slammer. I know they hating on us, but like that. Mind your manners. Yeah, this is etiquette, bitches. Searching and searching. Try to find someone better. How long will that take? I'll wait.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of season 4. This week, the Vikings are playing host to the Colts, and I have to apologize for some of the bells and whistles that I probably could have included in the intro video but didn't, and some of the editing mistakes that I am very likely to make right now. I'm going to the game. Greg and his wife got some tickets to the game, and Haley and I will be going along. I'm very excited, even though it's just preseason. I haven't been to the stadium in probably 2 years now, maybe 3. But that means I have to get this recorded, edited, packaged up, exported, uploaded to YouTube, and sent out to all of you before I go, so I will keep it pretty short today. Before we get into today's topic, the beer. I'm doing my second of 2 Fitger's beers in a row. Fitger's Brewhouse in Duluth, Minnesota. Apricot Wheat hails a perfect balance of wheat, barley, and apricots. This crisp, juicy, light-bodied ale made with pure Lake Superior water is the kind of ale to sip after an adventurous day or to simply enjoy the afternoon shadows grow longer. Opened in 1995, the award-winning Fitger's Brewhouse is Minnesota's oldest brewpub. Enjoy responsibly. All right. As you can see, it's a very clear, very light beer. You can almost see the little poster that I found through it. That's pretty neat. Skål för det. Two weeks in a row. That's very tasty. It's very smooth. Smooth is the best word for it. It's a rich, I don't want to say creamy because it doesn't have that lactose creaminess, but the texture is very smooth. The apricot is subtle, but definitely there and enjoyable. It's not like putting apricot jam on your pancakes or anything. That's very good. All around, very enjoyable. This one, more than the sour that I had last week, I could see people drinking several of on a nice fall afternoon. This one I might have to track down a local vendor and get some because it's gorgeous out today. It's like the nicest day that we've had since, I think, the first day of July. And this goes really well with that. Thank you once again, Fitgers, for making such delicious beer. All right, if you guys can excuse the 3 different shades of purple I have going on here, I'll get into today's topic. The problem is I don't have a lot of engagement on my videos. Mostly it's my friends and family watching, a few coworkers. It's really nice. But I'm trying to get famous here in my rookie season, and the best way to do that is to claim a player is either bad or good. And then whichever side hates you or disagrees with you will come out of the woodwork and find you and light you up like a Christmas tree. And then, to pile on top of that, if you do it with a controversial figure, you're just guaranteed to be on the front page of YouTube. So, fingers crossed, I'm going to the top today because I am here to talk to you all about how we are not appreciating Kirk Cousins as much as we should. The reason I will never be YouTube famous is because I am really bad at dropping hot takes. Kirk is not Peyton Manning. He's not Tom Brady. He's not Aaron Rodgers. But we can't keep acting like he's Blake Bortles either. Yes, he's frustrating. Yes, he is kinda awkward and dorky. No, he's very awkward and dorky. I think that really is what it boils down to. The man does not have a swaggy bone in his body. But that shouldn't mean that we while away all of the years that he's here being productive for the Vikings wishing that we had a cool quarterback. He doesn't seem confident. He doesn't exude leadership. But he is productive. And I know everyone writes it off as, oh, he's a compiler. I don't buy it. I think that Kirk Cousins is a legitimately good quarterback. Now, yes, there is all this vaccine stuff. I'm not even getting into it. Not going to touch it. As a quarterback, as a player, I think we are lucky to have him. And the reason I picked that song, the Mind Your Manners, There Is No One Like Me, You'll Never Do Better. Obviously, the Vikings could do better. But it occurred to me, when you think about all of these quarterbacks that we've had, I don't like doing this. But when you look at the quarterbacks that we've had that have actually been bad, Christian Ponder, Tavares Jackson, Donovan McNabb, I think we should really be grateful for what we have while we have it. And what we have in Kirk Cousins is a productive, solid floor quarterback with high upside at times. Now, with Kirk Cousins, there is a bit of a chicken or the egg thing. Is he so good because the system around him is so good, because the players around him are so good? I think that's a lot of it. I do think the Vikings have done a really good job organizationally of building a team around Kirk that uses his strengths. Sometimes. He is obviously really good at rolling out of the pocket on bootlegs and connecting downfield. It drives me nuts when they try to make him a straight drop back passer, but by and large, they've given him the tools to succeed. Hopefully the offensive line is put in place and good to go. But you still have to remember that he has made these wide receivers and tight ends and Dalvin Cook as a receiving running back, he's made them producers. He's supported Stephon Diggs. He's made Adam Thielen a star. He's worked with Kyle Rudolph and now Irv Smith, hopefully. And now Justin Jefferson went off last year and was maybe possibly snubbed as Rookie of the Year. You don't get all that production, all that offensive power if he's bad at being a quarterback. I found a few stats because I think we tend to kind of get lost in the weeds. Check out this graph here. There is a narrative that Kirk Cousins can't perform in the pocket when he's under pressure. This would show, if you can see my mouse, I'm not sure if it shows up, that he's actually right up here behind Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, and Deshaun Watson in this little group in terms of expected points added per dropback as the pressure increases. He's actually right up here with the best of the best. This is kind of a similar graphic from last week's Nick Olson. As you can see in the top right quadrant, quarterbacks that graded well in spite of heavy pressure, Kirk Cousins is right out there on the front edge of that quadrant. PFF is almost as controversial as Kirk Cousins' decision to not get vaccinated, but he does have a 90.8 PFF grade in the fourth quarter or overtime since 2019, first among quarterbacks, which would kind of start to put the lie to the narrative that he's terrible under pressure. Since Kirk Cousins joined the Vikings in 2018, here is a list of quarterbacks with more passing yards and touchdowns than Kirk Cousins: Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, and Tom Brady. Also Dustin Baker. List of NFL quarterbacks that have thrown for more passing yards and passing touchdowns than Kirk Cousins since 2015. Tom Brady. Dustin Baker has kind of become my avatar when it comes to defending Kirk Cousins with statistics. As you can see here, he's been doing really quite well by all of the measurable numbers. And as Dustin says, and somehow that is not good enough for some of you. He does make a point to bring in Teddy's name to further rile up the Teddy truthers, but I'm not going to open that can of worms either. Love you, Teddy. And then this is just a little one-off also from Dustin. In 2020, the Vikings scored more offensive touchdowns than the Chiefs. These are the kind of numbers that I like to look at because while numbers don't tell the whole story, it is helpful to remember year to year. Like, we have the story in our head of how bad last year was, or how good that year was, or how good this year's going to be, or how bad it was that one year. Football is literally a game of inches. And every week, one bounce of the ball, one batted pass, one fumble changes the entire story of the season. Similarly with Kirk Cousins, if his first season, I believe his first season where he was fumbling the ball, getting hit in the backfield a lot, looking really out of sorts, I think that really carved into our minds that he's frenetic and nervous. Now, of course, his body language, his lack of swagger, all that doesn't help. The fact that he's a dork and a monstrously, hugely paid dork, I think further taints the punch bowl. But the argument I'm making here, life's short. The season's going to be starting soon, and then it's going to seem like it's over even quicker than that. unless you're Ashley, in which case the season seems to go on forever. We should appreciate having a functioning quarterback while we do, because it could go away. He could get hurt. We could trade him. And while we all hope that Kellen Mond is going to step right in, how often do third-round quarterbacks really excel in the NFL? Not to be doom and gloom about it, rather the opposite. Let's enjoy good, functional, potentially high-end quarterbacking while we have it. Thank you for attending my TED Talk. Look for me on TV. I have no idea what section I'll be in, but I'll wave. Skull feeleth there. And go Vikings.
Yeet, yeetin' on him. I just yoted on him. Oh, damn. You just yoted on him? Damn, I just yeeted on him. Oh, damn. Damn, homeboy. Shit, that's a sick ass yeet.